Hey everybody, another episode of A Day in a Shop. It's been a while and I'm in the shop again with Howard Zane. So it's going to be a day in the shop with Al Pugliese and Howard Zane. We're both in the shop. It's Howard's shop. If you saw my shop, you'd laugh. I don't have much. Howard has quite a few. And here's an aerial view of some of the spray paints. But let me show you what progress has been made on the giant O-scale mansion Howard has been working hard on.
Right.
It's pretty funny. Again, Howard, you're a tiny man back there. You're like
laugh. You make me show my lousy teeth.
people think you're 4 feet tall in real life, and I'm like, no, you're what, 5'5", 5'6"?
No, go fuck yourself. No way. Come on, I was 6'2".
Okay,
I'm
okay.
down to 5'10". I lost 4
Okay.
inches.
Okay.
I was 6'2" when I got out of the army. 74 inches. Come on.
Oh Lord! All right. Anyway, folks, we have a good time here, and this is the
Big
backside.
time here.
Yes, this is the backside of the mansion. Let's spin it around slowly here, Howard.
Well, this is we had the big dilemma. First of all, I hope you people recognize me because I'm wearing it. First time in years I haven't worn a blue shirt.
Yes.
People say, "Dude, don't you ever change your shirt?" And I say, "Yeah, I got about 30 blue shirts, blue T-shirts, and God knows how many work shirts."
Right. Well, as a
Stop
matter.
for a minute.
All right, no problem.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, we keep it real. We're back. So you were talking about your shirt, your green shirt.
'Cause, people think I wear the same shirt every day, and I have probably, as I said, 30, 40 blue T-shirts, and God knows how many Levi work shirts. So, but I do bathe every day, and I do change my clothes.
And people comment. As a matter of fact, I received a phone call today from my friends at Burnt Mills Auto Body. They're like family to me. And it's in Silver Spring, folks. Just to say, if you live in the Washington, D.C. area and you need body work or mechanical work, they are fabulous. Nicky called me. He's the owner, and he's like, what the hell are you doing, man? Every single video we see you in, you've got a black Burnt Mills shirt on. He gave me like 20 shirts. Black. They're all black. Well, he gave me about 15 black shirts and 5 gray shirts. So he's like, get in here and we got to give you some different color shirts. So
The black looks good.
yeah, but it's funny. But this thing,
Getting back to this, we're going to call this Mansionzilla, but it's old, and there's a choice. You can go between lapidated, or unlapidated, or dilapidated. What is the correct term? I have no idea. Dilapidated
or
versus lapidated. Okay.
I don't know.
I cannot build lapidated structures. So this morning, this thing looked brand new, like it was just out of the box.
Right.
And if you look at Al's previous video, you'll see it. It looked nice. But then again, I took a look at it and says, no, it's we got to make this dilapidated. To an extent, not overly done. So all we did was put a wash of ink and alcohol on it that my father was doing. Oh, back in the 40s, he was using Winsor & Newton colored inks and alcohol. So I learned that technique from him. It worked well. It brings, not only that, it brings the color into scale, and it's just about run down, just not too much, but enough to require painters to come out and redo it.
Right. And it's kind of scary because when you first do this, sometimes you have to. Howard keeps telling me, back off, let it dry. You know, because it does change as it dries.
Well, in all fairness, this is not thoroughly dry yet.
Right.
So it probably will look different. Now, the next time we shoot this, if you want to, I'll have the scenery in.
Yes.
This is on the mounting board. Of course, we'll have a driveway in here. Flip it around.
Yeah, let's slowly turn it around, folks.
The driveway's going to start here and come down like this. And we'll have various grades in it.
Wow.
So it looks halfway decent.
These are available. These are custom builds, and no two are exactly the same.
Well, you saw how we started this. You know, it was sort of like an exercise. We did a rough sketch and a floor plan. And there were site plans, probably. Later, floor plans.
Yep.
And that's how it started.
Yep, I remember. And folks, it's on the channel. You can go back a couple videos, and you can see the floor plan. You can see the sketch being made live, and then Howard just went to town and spent a lot of time working on this.
Well, it proves that you don't have to really measure everything out. All you need is a drawing like that, and just take it from there.
Wow.
You do one elevation at a time, and hey, that looks all right. Then you go to the next elevation, and then you tape them together and make sure it's going to work.
Yeah.
And then have fun, paint them, and put the glass in, or glazing, or whatever you want to call it.
Now, this can be done in HO scale or O scale, and
Oh, yes. Yeah.
we're looking at, this thing's about 2.5 feet by 2 feet, Howard.
Yeah, it's a big sumbitch.
It's big. And
well, it's let's see, I'd say it's 3 feet by 2 feet.
yeah, she's really big. And it can be done to your taste if you prefer a different color. You know, that's something that can be done, a different color. If you want it lighter weathering, I said you'd be willing to do that, Howard, you know.
Oh yeah, we could change any color you want.
Yeah, it could be.
There comes a point where I'm going to say no if I don't think it's right.
Right. I mean, if your color palette is something he disagrees with,
Yeah.
but
That happened to me. You probably heard the story of that job in North Carolina.
yeah,
A fellow said my shingles are black. And I says no, they're dark brown and weathered.
yeah.
And it finally just didn't work out, so I gave him his money back and parted ways.
But we can always talk about that. They're not inexpensive, but the amount of work, the amount of time, the amount of materials that goes into something like this, man, I'll tell you what.
There's about $500 in materials.
Yeah, every bit of it. It's amazing how materials get eat up now, where a tube of goo used to be $3 and now it's pushing $6. This thing probably used at least 5 tubes of goo. At least. And that, I mean, good God, that's $25 right off the bat just for the goo.
Well, the most also expensive are the window castings.
Yep, the window castings, the door castings, the lumber, the gator foam, everything's gone up. I don't have to tell you folks. Chimneys, I mean, you know, I see chimneys like this. They're like $9, $10 for 2 of them.
Well, that's not.
You know, no, I'm just saying it adds up real quick. But man, is this thing pretty. And let me show you over here the little progress on the one I've been working on. The Avon, Avon Inn behind me here. And it's monotonous, it's fun, but I'm making dormers. And this is a typical dormer here, and it has to be braced on the inside before it's stained. It's going to be stained the same color as the building, but it has to be braced. And then the windows that go in the dormers need to be painted, and I'm going to put shades in the window, and I'm going to black out the back of the window so that you don't see the shingles. You could open the openings in the roof and make it another floor if you'd like. But this gives you an idea. This has just been, as a matter of fact, I did a video on this a few days ago. I uploaded on the sand, my method of putting the sand lines down for the mortar. And we talked about Howard uses a little bit different.
Differently. I
different
use a felt
method.
pen.
And it looks great.
And then I just put alcohol on it. And it makes it look like it's dissolving.
Yep, it looks.
You're working. Your technique is fine.
Yep, it looks
you
great.
You know, in my other life, I play old time banjo, and I play the clawhammer style. And you show me 100 clawhammer banjo players, and I'm going to show you 100 different ways how to play.
Oh,
so we all have our own styles. Like in paint, some people like these new paints, like this ammo stuff that's come out of Spain and so forth, True Color, and I go on and on. And they're fine, but you get used to a certain type of paint. So I'm still a flow quill nut.
Yeah.
I got hundreds and hundreds of bottles of flow quill paint, not only up there, but you saw what's in the closet.
Right. I'm going to show folks just again what's over here, since this is an episode of.
Well, I got boxes down here of it too.
Yep. Another episode of
Boxes down here.
In the shop. Yeah, look at all this flow quill paint. You know, I'm from an auto body business, and auto painters are also very adamant and very paint loyal. A lot of them only like using Sickens or only like using House of Color.
I would say the other paint is not bad. As a matter of fact, it's probably quite good.
Right.
Just to get used to one thing. Every artist has their own medium or ways they like to work.
Right.
And even with paintbrushes, I know a person that can't use he has to use his own personal paintbrush.
Yeah.
He will use another one.
Well,
baseball players, they get used to certain bats. Goes on and on.
Wow, just doing an aerial view of this thing. Well, folks, if you're interested in having anything custom built, we typically don't do prototype stuff, but if you want something.
Let me add to that. We'll do a prototype thing if we approve of the design.
Okay.
If it's a good design, for example, Pointer Rock Station.
Right.
Okay, I built that for a person, and I built it exact because I love the design.
Okay.
It is beautiful. I've done that a few other times. A lady up in a couple up in Maine wanted a model of their log cabin.
Mm-hmm.
So they sent me the photographs. I said, "Oh, I sure like to build that son of a gun."
Right.
So I did. It turned out great.
It's something that you like and feel comfortable. And anyway, you'll have my link in here, alpug1@verizon.net, to get a hold of us if you have any questions. Hey, Howard, thanks for another episode.
Hey, it's always fun.
Yes. Yes. Bye now.
Take care.